Filsdelama is a player who was disregarded during his prime and overshadowed in current day, but is very much one of the best OS players of all time. He is without a doubt at least an extremely versatile player, but is considered by some to be the most well-rounded top player we've ever seen. To see why this is the case, let's take a look at the story behind one of the most underappreciated top players. Filsdelama is a French player who joined OS in June 2013 and would get better at the game rather quickly. Even as early as 2014, his improvement led to accusations of cheating from within the French community, but he would continue regardless of what others said. Early on, he made it apparent that he was no stranger to playing maps with unconventional mod combinations to place high on the map's top 50 or gain PP. This and his drive to play maps that were faster would end up in him picking up AR-11, the fastest approach rate in the game. Very few players, especially at the time, would play AR-11 even for PP, but regardless, Filsdelama would continue to train the niche skill. There wasn't any single event that would put his name on the map, but he would gradually gain attention for his increasingly impressive 3-mod plays. With this attention would bring many who were doubtful of his legitimacy, and as he played increasingly difficult maps, even more suspicion would be cast on him. Filsdelama would break the top 50 players in early 2016 and would soar up the rankings, hitting as high as number 15 before everything came to a head. Many people were suspicious of his meteoric rise through the rankings and would start to scrutinize every play he made. All of this would worsen as there was controversy around Filsdelama's personality that he has since apologized for. In early May, an OS report thread was created seemingly showing proof that Filsdelama was cheating, and he was promptly banned by OS staff. To show his innocence, he produced several live plays showing his computer turning on, showing Task Manager, and then himself playing maps.
Hello everyone, filsdelama here. Today I'm going to do a live play for you guys.
Each live play was met with a large amount of backlash as the majority of the community was convinced by the OS report thread that he had to be cheating. Eventually, it was found that the evidence used against Filsdelama was flimsy and could occur in perfectly legitimate plays, completely invalidating it. 3 weeks after all this went down, he was unbanned and his scores restored, without an apology from OS staff for the false ban, while the community at large would remain distrustful of him. Undeterred by the general negative perception, he continued to play and push his own boundaries to get better. He would begin to showcase his proficiency with not only 3-mod, but no-mod, hard rock, and double time as well, sometimes with hidden thrown in. You could find him practicing precision, accuracy, speed, aim, reading, memory, and basically any other skill you can think of. Before the middle of 2016, Filsdelama would enter the global top 10 and would not leave this position until 2019. Filsdelama would become most well known for his 3-mod plays after FCing many new maps and dethroning Raphis by sniping many of his plays with higher accuracy. Some of his most memorable plays come from the period between 2017 and 2018, including the first ever FC on Ascension to Heaven, a double time FC on Blade Dance, and of course, his 3-mod FCs on Best Friends and Shiori. Along with this, he would end up participating in some tournaments as well, and would actually end up taking home 2 first place badges for Rising Nations and French Sight Read contest. While some players could appreciate how skilled Filsdelama was, many looked to his 3-mod plays and dismissed him as a one-trick or just a farmer. He placed number 10 twice in the community's annual top players vote for 2016 and 2017, but that's the highest he would ever achieve in the court of public opinion. In November 2018, he would reach his peak rank of number 2 in the world, but sadly would begin to play increasingly less often in the coming months. He was one of the best players in reaction, accuracy, aim, speed, and reading, which together made a nearly unstoppable combination of skills. Despite barely playing standard, he remains in the top 50 players still as of the creation of this video. You can find him mostly playing Mania, sometimes hopping on standard, and he's still active on Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and sometimes Twitch. After surviving constant cheating accusations, a false ban, and many at the time devaluing his skill set, Filsdelama is still one of the strongest players due to his versatility.